Hello, McLaughlin families. My name is Julia Dudley, and I'm the principal here at McLaughlin, and I'm here with some updates for April and May. Here at McLaughlin, our school-wide expectations center around being safe, being respectful, and being responsible. We explicitly teach these expectations throughout our school in regular lessons called MAC 101, and we acknowledge each day using Panther Paws and celebrations to really appreciate our students and the wonderful work they do here. In this video, we're going to be going over some updates around state testing, belonging, and some work we've been doing as a school, and a Words Matter campaign that's upcoming, study tables, and some important dates. So state testing, all students at McLaughlin, 6th grade through 8th grade, will take the Smarter Balanced Assessment in ELA and math. The Smarter Balanced Assessment has two parts, the CAT, which is the Computer Adaptive Technology. This is short answer, multiple choice, type of true-false type of assessment, and then the performance task, which is a larger assessment where they are writing or completing a task using math. And then there also is the WCAS, which stands for the Washington Comprehensive Assessment of Science. So there's lots of acronyms in state testing. The WCAS is only taken in the 8th grade. So 6th through 8th, the SBA, and then the WCAS is in the 8th grade only. So this is our schedule. On Tuesday of this week, we will be on a special bell schedule where all of our students in the first 3 hours of the day will take the SBA for the English Language Arts, and they'll take their CAT. The rest of their assessments they're going to be taking in their classes. We're really trying to create low pressure so that students feel like it's just a normal day and we're doing math or we're doing ELA. And so the rest of this week, they will be completing their math CAT in the math classes. And then the following week, what our students are really used to is writing an essay in about a week. The performance task for ELA is a written essay. It might be narrative, it might be argumentative, or it might be explanatory informative, but it is a written piece. And so we are giving our students a week to complete that in their ELA class, which is something they're very used to doing, where they are analyzing their sources at the beginning of the week, doing the pre-writing, outlining, and then writing their piece. On Monday and Tuesday of the following week, they will take their performance task for math in their math class. We'll have the early release, and then at the end of that week, our 8th graders only will take the WCAS in their science class. So throughout this time, the really, really important date is that on the 30th, on Tuesday, that your student is on time for school, because we are school-wide testing, that they have their laptop charged and their laptop with them. But throughout and every day, it's always best that your student has their laptop with them and it is charged. So some really great things you can do as a parent or a guardian to ensure your student is prepared for state testing. Number one, make sure they get a good night's sleep the night before, be on time for school, encourage them to eat breakfast and lunch. They can eat at home, or we provide breakfast and lunch for all students here at MAC. So it's really important, especially if they're going to be doing it in their math or ELA class in the afternoon, that they eat something throughout the day. So please encourage them to do that. Charge their laptop and bring their laptop to school. Encourage them to do their best. We're not looking for perfection, but they've been working hard all year, so we just want our students to do their very best and take their time. Students take the STAR assessment throughout the year. That's our universal screener for reading and math, and that assessment is timed, and it's very important that students do things in a timely manner. Here, for the state test, they have as much time as they need. They can take breaks, they can pause, and so please do encourage them. They don't have to rush through the assessment. Unlike the STAR assessment, it's not focused on how quickly you can do it. I also want to talk a little bit about belonging. So we've been focused on belonging this year here at MAC. This is our vision statement that we created with students, staff, and some families in May of last year. And we're really looking at creating a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment here where everyone, students, families, and our greater community with staff feel like they belong. And some work we've done a number of things, but some work I want to share. We've done advisory lessons throughout this year on embracing our identity, knowing our each individual identity, and then celebrating the differences amongst our community. And then cultural celebrations. We've celebrated a number of cultural celebrations. We did a great celebration in the fall around Hispanic Heritage. We did a celebration for Native American heritage, and then we did a big celebration for Black History Month in April. We're planning a celebration around our Asian and Pacific Islander students. And so this has been just a great opportunity for our students to learn about cultures different from their own and the culture within our school community. And then one of the things that we're doing now and really focusing on as a school community, we've talked as a staff, is the importance of being particular in the words that we're choosing, and that words matter. So again, creating that safe, inclusive school environment. And we really want to have very much a zero tolerance policy around discriminatory language and threatening language. And so we have talked as a staff, we're going to be responding with disciplinary consequences, but also doing some teaching this week. We've had lessons this year around this, but continuing to have discussions with our students around the idea that here at school, that type of language is not acceptable, and really wanting to have that safe environment. And then part of this too, I think, is responding appropriately when someone is not kind or not respectful to you. And how do you do that? Because what we often find is when someone says something mean or discriminatory or threatening, that we find that the other person started and it's escalated. It's always important to remember there are 1,100 11 to 14-year-old children in this building. And so we do have to have regular conversations, but this is a big campaign. We would appreciate your support talking with your student about the importance of not using that type of language when you're at school, and really creating that safety for all of our students. Last week, we launched study tables school-wide. We started this in quarter 3 with 7th grade, and we found huge gains in our 7th graders passing their classes. And so again, it is on Thursdays from 1:40 to 2:40. You're identified based upon your grades the previous Friday. And if you have 2 or more Fs, you have until the Wednesday before to get your grades up. If not, we ask that you stay after school. It is not a punitive environment. Each week, students set a goal and they try to get their work done. It's quiet. They can listen to music. They can eat snacks, all those things. Our goal is really just to have some time for them to get work done. There are multiple adults in each room, and the rooms are generally about 20 students max. Sometimes they're as small as 10. And so I just want to emphasize it's really not meant to be punitive. It's meant to be an opportunity for students to get some work done. We have a system by which teachers can excuse students if they think it really is not a getting work done issue, but we're seeing really big gains. So we'd appreciate your support if your students identify to come after school, staying and getting some work done again so that they can improve their grades. And then some important dates, just really quick. Monday, May 6th is no longer a snow day. It's now a regular school day. On Wednesday, May 15th, we have an early release. We have a social on May 17th. Remember, very important for socials, pickup is at 4:30. We have some music concerts, one on May 20th. On the 21st, we have our parent night, our family night for our incoming 6th graders, so current 5th graders. More music concerts. We don't have school on Memorial Day, and we have even more music concerts. So if your child is in music, know that in May some concerts are coming up. Those are very important that your child attends. And then I always like to just have at the end our support staff. So if you have any concerns or need support with your student, please reach out to our staff. These are our grade level teams and some other specific areas. Thank you so much. Have a great day, families.